Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Sri Nagi, Ayurveda and Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video I am going to talk about the gurgling sounds that happen in the stomach. I know for most of the people these gurgling sounds, that is sometimes we feel like our stomach started talking like grrr, like these kind of sounds happen. And sometimes also this happens, some people feel extremely embarrassed like their stomach is making sounds. It is not always hunger sound, even your stomach is full, still it makes some kind of sounds like grrr, like some very different kind of sound other than flatus, not like defecation kind of sound, just some sound happens. And sometimes this happen, you are sitting among friends or sometimes in conference and this kind of sound happens like grrr, grrr, and this sound catches everybody's attention. And sometimes some people feel extremely embarrassed out of it, though there is no reason to get embarrassed. If some sound is happening, it's happening. You are not doing it. In today's video we are going to see what is the reason behind these sounds, why it happens. Let's try to understand it. So if you go through Ayurveda principles, it is very common principle, wherever it is sound, it happens because of Vata dosha. Because sound is very much indicator of enhanced Vata dosha. And as you know, wherever Vata dosha is enhanced, it means there will be dryness in that area. It is not only about intestines or stomach. Many times you must happens when our skin become extremely rough or dry. Means what? The Vata dosha got imbalanced, it becomes higher in amount, and which causes dryness, very rough scaly skin, and in this skin if you do itching like this, it will produce sound. So similar is the case with your intestines. There you don't do itching, but there your food moves. So whenever your food moves, one thing is this is peristaltic movements. Peristaltic movements are natural. It happens in every body's stomach and everybody's intestine. This is how food moves. But in some intestines or in some people it start producing sound, and for some people it becomes extremely disturbing and they think what is happening in stomach, and sometimes they feel extremely embarrassed about it. So first thing is, don't feel ashamed, don't feel embarrassed, it's totally natural if it is happening. Let's try to see what we can do about it with the help of Ayurveda. Have you observed the rubber bands, the normal rubber bands with which we type on earlier, were plastic rubber bands? If they are more stretched and you do little bit like this, it vibrates more. So that is the quality of rubber band. But if it is thick, it is not so much stretched, and then if you do, it doesn't vibrate that much. When it vibrate more, it produces sound like a tuning fork. Tuning fork we use to test the vibration here, here, here. If somebody has gone through these tests, they have idea, but this is a instrument with which you see the vibrations. This rubber band, if it is more thick, then if you do try to vibrate it, it will not vibrate and it will not produce sound. So one of the thing which I want to say, according to Ayurveda principle, the lining of your intestines, intestines are like pipes, holes. So the lining of the intestine, when it become weak, when it become very thin, then whenever food passes through it, it produces sound because of peristaltic movement, which is natural. Anyway, whether it's a healthy intestine or unhealthy intestine, peristaltic movement will happen in everybody's body. It's total natural process. But if your wall of your intestines are extremely thin, then it can cause these kind of sounds. This thinness happens because of overstretching or enhancing of Vata dosha. Though these if you say these intestines, they are very well covered with mesenteries, which are a natural protective gear for it, or it also absorbs sound. It doesn't let sound come out, because in our body, as you know, a lot of processes are happening, a lot of things are making and breaking, like catabolism and anabolism happening every moment. Every cell is decaying, every cell is forming. But never we hear these sounds, though it is happening, because everything is very well packed with the fluid system that is there in our body, like cellular fluid, intracellular fluid, intercellular fluid. Our body, which is created by nature, it has immense intelligence that we can't even think of it, because brain is not in that much in that state like it can grab all the intelligence that is present in the body. Many processes are happening which are even beyond our imagination or beyond our understanding. But like I mentioned, in some cases in Ayurveda, it's been mentioned, when your intestine lining, it becomes weaker, then these kind of sounds happen, which is also indicator of enhancement of Vata dosha.